Okay, the next lesson I have learned, when you build a garden, and speaking of the garden of God, when we're young, good seeds planted, there's not many weeds or anything that grows up. But as things happen in life, things come up and grow. And it can get to the point, if you don't take care of it from a very young age, you will get this. And it's not good. It takes time to get that dirt softened with water, which are words. It's why it's important to know what you speak before you speak it. But you still get good dirt, and that dirt has to be refined, like a test, the touchstone, to test the metal, to see what it's made of. Some can't really handle a lot, so the metal is not a valuable metal. But someone who has a great testimony has literally come from something like this. So if you think someone who's always had it easy, just a little bit of pulling here and there of bad things to allow the fruit to come, versus weeds and thick that choke out the good here, I can see why they would love God a lot more when they realize the truth, because then the ground can go back to the way this is. And that over there that you're seeing right there is what this looked like, but the ground still got back right, and things are able to now grow. I'm going to have to separate those. Those are way too close before they get any bigger, because they get really deep and big roots. If you ever try to pull up tomatoes after this season, it's not a whole lot of fun. But that's the way our life is. And our testimony, test being the things we go through to see what we're really made of. Like today, I, meaning to be an addition to something, not meaning yourself. Moni, for the word testimony, it tells of your positioning of what metal you really are. And that's where you can see God's Shekinah glory come through. His Shekinah glory being so pure. And, if you're not, only the pure of heart shall see the face of God. So if you're not one of those, and you were to see him in his fullness, it would destroy you. There's no way to live. You turn to dust. As my elder told me, everything is dust. So anything that is here in this world that is not of the Father goes to dust. So it would be considered appropriate for the living God that knows everything to be the one to make that decision, not us. Our testimony speaks of his goodness, and free will is a choice whether you want to be a part of that or not. Different metals have different testing, because some metals are very hard and go through a lot. But when you go through a lot, you're responsible, and you can be given a lot. So those going through the most difficult times right now and questioning things, you can come to the point of understanding, oh, spider web, broke that one too, that he trusts you and he knows even the bad that you're going through, that you'll still be faithful. Because the ones who really deserve it, they're not able to endure it. They would turn their back on the Father. So the Father has created you to be able to be a witness, no matter what things look like around you, from your gates, your eyes, your ears, things you see going on. But when you walk by faith, nothing of the world matters. How rich you truly are. Your children, your loved ones that are around you are a gift, and they're not replaceable. You cannot put a price on life. See, those who are self-elevated and say I a lot and speak of themselves, lifting themselves up and not the Father, they're without the Father. They will be the ones that would deny him. That's how much God trusts you and loves you, because he will carry you through that storm. You see, they think having stuff is a good thing, that it can save them. Oh, when it can't. Oh gosh, I got spider webs everywhere. It won't. And when I was trying to save a lightning bug that got in the water, but I can't get through there. More ground has fell out. I think the ground's trying to level out. But you know, having things in the world, of the world, and they think, oh, that's what gives them power. No, it doesn't. It makes you weak, because then you think it's of yourself and not a gift from God, a blessing from God, because he knows if you have all the stuff of the world and it's not important, then he knows you'll be faithful. But those who have stuff, when it's removed, they're not very good people later. They put their faith in things of the world and not the Father. And when things of the world are broke down and gone, it would destroy them. They would not be able to remain, because they put their faith in things that are not of the Father. And speaking of things in season, it looks like the birds have been eating the wild grapes. And, you know, when you're a wild grape and you're squished, it's when you can get the good juice and the pulp. Sure looks like the wild grape harvest is here. The word speaks in the earth if we just pay attention.